Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Break the Record Live, featuring Dark Souls Remastered. We're just catching here Gentov jumping through the Bed of Chaos's branches as he's approaching the end of his run. The category we're running today is all boss. Gentov cheering the victory. He didn't get Firestorm. My name is Bo, the hero, and I'm joined by the very eloquent Regol here, who's going to be taking us through these runs and through the strategies that our players will be throwing out to try and get the fastest time of the all bosses category. Our 7 runners, who are all currently active, hooray, are vying for the best part of a $5,000 prize pool, courtesy of one of our sponsors, Kaspersky. Thank you very much, guys, for helping support the runners and the community and the event as a whole. Everyone, as I said, is going. We've got some good paces looking. Catalyst just very, very recently reset, but this is looking to be, I think that is a PB overall, but going to be a massive event PB for Gentov right now.
Yes, go Gentov. I've been rooting for him all weekend for sure. Just getting that monkey off his back will probably make him feel a lot better. Yeah, I didn't see how Kata died there, but he was on the seat segment last I looked. But we also have Nax and Iron Boy into the run, past ONS.
Yeah, it may look scary taking that hit. Don't worry, guys. It's set up. It's a very classy setup.
Oh no, he got hit.
I remember when you like watch a run for the first time, right? And you kind of like you're trying to piece together all the information as much as you can. Mm-hmm. Especially when it comes to like this is kind of the thing it's not an issue. It depends on the runner and their presentation style, but usually like a lot of VODs and PB runs won't always have like the most in-depth marathon level commentary to get as much information to you as possible. So if you're just watching a VOD, you're kind of like, whoa, what happened? And I remember being like, damn, he's taken a big hit, that's unlucky. But really,
man, this guy is so bad, he didn't even try. Yeah. God. Yeah, we joke about that sometimes too, because we'll have people in our chat that's like, why did he get hit there? And it's like, oh, well, it was on purpose. All right, one parry. That's all it is. Boom. Got it. Nice.
There it is.
Good job.
Congratulations. Gentov did it. You can see what it meant as well, because he had so many runs that have like got this far and couldn't quite do it.
When he got that Beta Chaos kill, he looked pretty happy about it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's a legit, real PB as well as an event PB for Gentov.
And should note as well that had Mintius not got his event PB earlier, he'd be in 6th place now. So that was a really good run. Really good to see.
I definitely can see him improving that, though.
Yeah. So we're going to be seeing a lot of stuff coming in. You can see the smile on his face as well. He finally got the run. And
so relieved, I'm sure.
Definitely feels like he's more into this event. And speaking of into the event, I want to have... I hate to go back to him again. I don't hate to. I love to. But the guy's been absolutely on fire the entire time. But we're going to go Bosch, Iron Boy.
Yeah, he's on a good run right now, too.
Look at his pace. 47 seconds ahead again. Looking to break another minute barrier. And I think his actual qualifying time was a 1:08:45. So he's ahead of what I think is his actual true PB. Unless it's different on the leaderboard.
I don't know what his true PB is. I can look it up though. Yeah, Iron Man has been going at it. Or Iron Boy. He's been like an Iron Man this whole stream. Let's see. His actual PB is a 1:08:45. So yeah, he's on pace to beat that.
You love to see it. PBs. The thing is as well, it's kind of almost a sidestep. We are trying to break the record, and that's the goal of everything we're doing here. But one thing I've always been happy to see when it comes to doing these events and jumping into a variety of different communities and seeing how they all work like that is just seeing the runners break their own personal records, and I think that's a nice thing to see as well.
When you put your nose to the grind for 3 days in a row and you're just keeping at it and keep improving on each of those runs, back to back, like it seems like a really good environment to be in for getting a PB. Because you're not taking any like day breaks, you know, like you might do in normal speedrunning. You're going at it constantly, so it seems like a good environment for getting PBs, as well as potentially breaking the record, which is why the format is set up the way it is. I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So Calamite, So it's what 3 cycles, isn't it? But it depends on how many times Calamite decides to fly behind the mountain and cost even more time.
Yeah, that's the common RNG though. So you're usually gonna see.
Do you know the probability between front and back of mountain?
I have no idea. I don't think it's very common though. Like probably around 20%. That I don't know exactly how much. That's just a guess.
Because when there's 2 options, you normally hope that it's just a 50-50. But when he flies behind,
it's not a 50-50. Like he almost always does this, which is what makes it pretty annoying to like practice the uncommon RNG, because of course you try to like practice it and then he never does it. There is a tool to practice it though that Duck recently made, so that's nice.
Have we ever seen the God Calamite, which is just
a triple?
3?
I've never seen a triple. I've seen a double. There might have been someone that got a triple, but not that I've seen.
Chances of that are very, very unlikely.
Yeah, I'm guessing. So, like maybe like less than 1%.
Yeah. Manus next then for Iron Boy.
Oh wow, he got minus 53. I don't remember what happened on his PB there.
He
saved a good
10 seconds difference, so he got a 250 rather than a 256. So I guess either the walk was a bit iffy or not, but
because he just
7 seconds on.
He got nothing but the common RNG, and he still saved like 6 seconds, so that's good.
Yeah. Manus is a 7-second time save potential as well, so coming out of DLC potentially a full minute ahead is
that's pretty nice.
Very lovely.
And with more time to save after that, I don't know how good his 4 Kings gold is. Let's compare it to Kata's.
4 Kings is 250 for Iron Boy.
Yeah, Kata's is 216. I wonder if he's ever gotten a 1 King on these splits. So if assuming he hasn't, if he gets a 1 King, he'll get a pretty massive gold on that segment. So keep an eye on the 4 King segment for gold potential for sure.
Goes to the hidden body, of course. Let's get information here. Manus is an interesting fight. Tanky, I think what is it, like 7 soul spears?
It's quite a bit. I don't know how many soul spears. I know how much HP he has. It's 6,666.
Oh,
so he has the most HP. I know Calamite's 6 soul spears, so I'm guessing he's 7. Yeah, he's not doing the fog gate skip, which is not that big of a deal because he's going to be able to get 2 extra soul spears at the beginning here. Ooh. That's always so awkward. That soul spear canceling his arm attack. You can like you can animation cancel Manus. It's like always looks kind of awkward. That was a good fight. Nice. This could be a gold.
Yeah, I think it's
nice.
Yeah, it is. Sub 50, sub 43 DLC.
This could be another gold, depending on how this goes.
So, I mean, I was just wondering because, like, whenever I try to like kind of look at runs, most runs usually kind of people have like a general kind of they break it into segments, right? You've got you've got ONS, and then you've got I guess probably like Hydra, and then post DLC, and then Endgame, kind of breaking it into 4 sections, I guess. Does everyone does kind of like does the community do that thing where they kind of go, let's compare our DLC segments? And go, who's got the fastest DL like out of DLC? So it's like 40, like sub 43 Manus is like out of DLC.
Definitely. I would say maybe not as much that happens in the remaster because the remaster just hasn't been historically run as much. But that whenever a category gets ran a whole lot, people start doing stuff like that.
Hmm.
Like like ONS times. ONS time is probably the biggest one. Well, so there's the asylum time. That's a fun one.
Yeah. The
It's like
god time, yeah.
he's got the best like asylum time. And then there's ONS, and there's pre DLC like butterfly time, and then there's post DLC like time, and then there's basically everything after. The DLC is usually wrapped into one as the end game because it's just Darkbeat time.
Yeah, because like I mean, looking at, for example, looking at Iron Boy's got the sub 43 Manus, sub post DLC, whereas Catalyst is sub 40. It's 39.58, which is
big
offensively
difference.
Good. Like gross. That kind of stuff. I mean, looking at elsewhere, you've got a 40-20 for Dan Flesh, so going for that sub 40.
Yeah, I guess sub 40 is the time to go for DLC times. Okay, come on. He's got to position himself just right. This might be too close. Yeah, he's a little too close. Oh, you look at that. His face. He's just so frustrated. But I don't think he'll lose a whole lot of time here because at least versus his splits, because I don't think he's gotten a good gold here yet. But he was just a little too close. I think it's a little harder to set up the positioning on that particular RNG that he got. Because the attack that the king does can really affect how you position yourself to fire that first dark bead. And the horizontal swipes, I think, are a little more annoying.
It seems like it might be pretty good overall for him here in terms of. Oh no, he's still got to do this first. Yeah, his split is titled One King ? So it does beg that question that he hasn't actually managed to get it just yet, and
I don't think
he will one day. And
like, he just golded it. He just golded it. See, and he can still gold that by like another like 25 or 30 seconds, just by getting one king. So. Still, though, like very much PB pace.
It does also show the specificity of that trick as well, because we've seen the other runners, just slam it out left, right, and center, but you can see just how tight it actually is.
Yeah, it's not easy. He was very close to getting it. Like if he had taken just a little bit of a step back, I think he would have gotten it there. The tricky thing is like you don't want to be too close, but if you're too far away, you'll miss extra dark beads, and you can't miss too many dark beads because then it'll also fail.
Yeah,
so it's a little bit of a give and go in that sense. Oh, okay. Oh man, that's not good. I think he might still be able to pull out a PB, but it's going to be another close one.
That's a bad death though, that one, isn't it though? Look at that.
Well, it's not the worst one, but it's not good. It's like just bad enough to where he's gonna lose a lot of time, but probably he might still be green after this segment.
We've got just keeping an eye on it. We have Nax going into DLC right now, 29 seconds ahead.
That's a good pace because he has a lot of time save in the DLC. Like he has 30 seconds to save on Artorias.
We'll just keep an eye on Iron Boy, just getting this Capra Demon.
Yeah, let's see what he's going to be at after this. Okay. Yeah, see, he's still going to end up being like 20 seconds ahead, or maybe like just under 20.
It's a real shame.
I like that he does the hilt boost down here. It just looks so funny. Yeah, just under 20.
Yeah, it's a real shame, but still ahead. And if he does get this run in, it means that he's got some chunky time to save next.
I mean, that's been kind of his like go-to is getting these small incremental PBs. I'm sure he would like to get a big fat one though, rather than getting these small ones constantly. But you do what you got to do. Okay,
cool, right. Nax defeated the Guardian. The last time I clicked onto someone doing the Guardian didn't end well. So
do you want to? Can we look at Nax because this is like his big time save.
Exactly. We'll keep our eye on Iron Boy. He's going to be doing the. He doesn't do the jump, does he? He does the.
Yeah, he does the door meme, which is actually like kind of cooler. but it's not as fast.
Yeah.
Nice.
There we go.
Save time on Guardian. He's going to do the left side pathing, the Crapple Mage pathing.
Yeah.
So like, normally what you would do is you would quit out up here and go to the right. And this pathing is a lot more direct. And you get to, like, the fact that you have hidden body means these enemies aren't going to just be, like, smothering you. So you can have a little bit of a time save on your pathing by doing this.
So,
Iron Boy getting past Gaping Dragon. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that there's a 30-second time save for in Artorias. So this is the big one that Regol was mentioning, is that this Nax can be a full minute ahead after this split if everything goes well. Fingers crossed, touch wood, everything, you know.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
The blood offering to whatever. Here we go. Okay, Soul Mass readied.
And he rolls away. That's not good. Okay. So he's probably not going to get... Yeah.
Should be okay, yeah.
That's not great, but he's probably still going to save time. Yeah.
Yeah. Not the fastest, but still a good, like just under 20-second time save.
Yeah. Still pretty chunky. But, you can get some... Like, that fight didn't look very good. You should see the bad ones. Like, they're horrible. It's pretty similar to, like, ONS and how bad that the fights can be with Artorias. And a lot of times you'll just take one of those mediocre fights because it wasn't, like, super horrible. Oh, yeah, that reload frame thing works perfectly.
Old School's currently dealing with ONS as well right now. I couldn't see the Ornstein segment, but seemingly, just ticking the box with
nice. And Iron Boy golded Gaping Dragon, so he's still making decent time despite that death. And Mentius getting past Gargoyles, which is a good start, even though he doesn't have the best time on his Gargoyles. Just getting into the meat of the run is good.
I think he's still comparing against some of best.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well,
so he was doing that earlier. So
yeah, but still 6:52 is not a great Gargoyles time. You kind of want to be around a 6:20.
He is +8, so it says +20, but only +8. So
yeah, I see. Nax took a little bit of a dog bite there on the way to Calamity, but he didn't die. The other day, he died on a decent pace. Just got like mauled by a dog from behind this exact segment. So good that he is still alive. All right, and Olsku continuing past ONS on a pretty decent run. Meanwhile, Dan's just going through Lower Berg, trying to get a run started.
Yeah, it is sometimes painful just to see Reset Hell.
Oh yeah, this
come.
Okay, so this is a good RNG for Nax here. Nice.
Did he get one of the regular ones? Like no back of the mountain. Okay.
I think he started off with the regular one and then got the good RNG. And now he's getting another regular cycle. So not like, the best, but you'll take that for sure. I mean, honestly, you'll take even the bad RNG. It's not too big to do.
That is pretty solid.
Yeah, so he lost a little bit of time because of that dog bite, and he had to heal. But otherwise, totally fine. I think he has a Manus time save as well, like about 12 seconds.
Might be right. Let's have a look.
About 14 seconds.
14, yeah. And then it's just like bit pieces, like 2-3 seconds here and there, until you've got like 7 seconds in both Capra and Gaping. So into 11 on Nito.
Big
Jesus.
one on Ceaseless too.
Oh god, yeah. Just at the end.
So
Come on,
he's
Max,
got
put it
some
all
time
together.
saves. He's past his chunkiest one, but yeah, he's got some stuff here and there he can pick up some time on. This segment, he's likely to pick up a little bit of time, but oh dear, well, you just got slammed by the chain prisoner. The thing about this segment is that it's not all up to him because he's gonna have to deal with the Manus RNG, but other than Manus, it's usually a pretty consistent segment. Well, he just got hit right there. That lost him a little bit of time. But there's also this Dark Bead pickup, which can sometimes go a little wrong. So hopefully this goes fine. It's usually fine.
Yeah, I haven't seen any kind of like major issues, but yeah, every now and then it can go a bit awkward.
They didn't even care.
The last one smelt something, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. So now he's just gotta hope for Manus to play nice.
Another gold split on Pinwheel and Nito.
Oh, nice. Good job.
For Iron Boy, yeah. So he's got to go making his way down to Killarg and Ceaseless. Yeah,
it's always strange to watch Iron Boy's in game because he has is the unique in having Priscilla and Gwendolyn so late.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So Beta Chaos won't be his final boss or penultimate boss, I should say.
Oh, dodge early from Manus.
Yeah, it's not looking like the best segment for Nax, but he might be able to save a little bit of time here. Maybe like a couple seconds.
Ooh, he's gonna go for the. Okay. Yeah.
He missed 2 shots. Unfortunate. Yeah, he's gonna save a. Well, he had. Yeah, he had to finish with the soul arrows. So basically even. Yeah. His Manus fight was definitely not the best, but that's okay. That was definitely a segment which was like the full time save is a little beyond his control.
Yeah.
But he's got some segments coming up that are within his control that he could definitely save time on, like Nito and Ceaseless. And then some small dinky time saves on these next few segments.
Oh, I just noticed. I didn't even notice. I looked away to check the comm schedule. I look up and there is a 0 time for Iron Boy.
Oh, I didn't see what happened to Iron Boy.
Man, that sucks. He steps away, however, that's fair. He needs to take a moment. He's been doing a lot of runs back to back and putting on a pretty solid performance. So
he lost a lot of time in that run, anyways. So he's probably not too unhappy to lose that particular one. He can get a better one.
Yeah, yeah. He's been like stupidly consistent as well. So I don't think we won't be seeing a pace like that again. Before long, rather, from Iron Boy. As we have Olsku, we haven't seen him on the main screen for a bit, but we'll just stick in just to see the 4 King fight from Nax, see if he can get that successful 1 King.
Yeah, Olsku on a decent pace right now. Yeah, let's see if Nax can get this. Even if he gets 2 Kings, he's still going to be on PB pace. But obviously, you want to get as big of a PB as possible. So hopefully he won't.
I haven't calculated it yet, but just as like a preface in case anyone's kind of like new or may not know what we mean by 1 King. So the 4 Kings actually share an HP bar. So if you position yourself well enough, you can essentially burst down the HP bar on just the first King, and it ends the fight immediately. Just whilst the final King is like almost like dying, almost like kind of like despawning. You see these extra shots coming through, and ends the fight.
That was really good one too. That should be pretty close to his gold, I would say.
Yeah, so I was going to actually ask as well, because I haven't calculated it. What is the difference in terms of like sheer seconds between 1 King and 2 King? Like how long does it take for that?
It depends. It depends, but every King spawns 40 seconds after the previous one. So it's always going to be around 40 seconds. It depends on how quickly the kill for the King is, though. Out for this one, it's probably about 25 seconds if you get 2 Kings.
Sure.
And if you get a 3rd King, it's gonna be like a minute total. But Yeah, it's about 25 in this route if you have to get a second king. So he would have still been green, but you know, obviously you don't want to do that. He had a really good one. I think that was probably close to his goal.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like 0.4 seconds off his goal.
Back to Knight Londo then. Going to be making their way to the Painted World. So earlier in the run, I think after they fight the Stray Demon, they kind of like have a little cheeky check around the Asylum again and pick up the Peculiar Doll.
Yes.
During the Stray Demon split, which is a bit earlier, and that Peculiar Doll is what's necessary to get into the Painted World. Another full control death quit out.
Let's see. He has potential for about 3 seconds worth of time save on this segment. Some people split for Priscilla individually and then Gwendolyn, but it's not the best place to split for Priscilla because there's not a loading screen where you can the timer stops. But some people split on the lever. Nax puts them together into one segment, so you're not going to get a split until after Gwendolyn.
I guess it makes sense considering how, I guess, straightforward it is to take down Priscilla. She gets one shot, but
yeah.
So yeah, it's one of those things that do you always need to give every boss a split? But hey,
yeah. A lot of the times you usually just like if there's gonna be any sort of inconsistency or awkwardness to splitting, you just let it go, roll it into one segment, and split on the next load screen.
So we have had one soft lock on Priscilla. There's a weird thing that can happen where, so because Priscilla gets one shot, essentially, I don't know the full reasoning why, and I think it was put forward the idea that there are two triggers kind of like actively trying to play.
Yeah, it's something like that. I don't know exactly how either, but it has to do with her trying to like execute her dialogue. But at the same time, you've killed her, and so she can't actually do it, and they just interfere with each other.
So we'll see that Priscilla fight. See, people do the quit out before just to kind of almost like fail safe it.
You can still get it even with the quit out, but apparently there's a setup for positioning where you won't get it with the quit out. Yes, and Nax is good. Because I've definitely seen people get the moan glitch even with the quit out, so it's not like guaranteed.
Gwendolyn's a really a very different fight to the rest of the of the fights, where it's more like it's kind of like a slalom type deal where you have to run down this corridor, and if you get too close and Gwendolyn's not in the middle of an animation, they will just like cheese it and just go head down the corridor again and walk back. So you have to kind of like time your approach to get like the finish really, really well.
Yeah. This particular route doesn't have quite as much RNG on Gwendolyn as in others, but still, this is very much a very, very random boss in general.
Because we have seen like Soul Mass like 4 in a row, and it's like please.
Well, this route there's some tech you can do with the strong magic shield, so you get that for Calamite, obviously, but just the fact that you have it means it's actually useful in some scenarios. So if Gwendolyn starts shooting up the Soul Mass, you can cast strong magic shield really quickly and then just keep running straight down the corridor and block every single one that comes at you, so you don't have to just hide behind a pillar the whole time. You're getting that spam, and in most other routes you would have to do that.
I find it really interesting that like most runners haven't been. I have seen the strong magic shield set up, but it's like I guess it's because they don't want to spend the time casting if they don't need to. For example, here
there is a bit of a risk involved with it. If you cast, Nax is trying to not get her to warp. If you cast strong magic shield and then you immediately get the long range magic attack, it can kill you while you're casting it. So that's a little bit scary.
But got it. Not too much time lost. 4 seconds overall that entire split.
I think he lost like 7 versus his goal, but that's okay. And this is also like 2 or mostly 1 segment coming up that is very prone to losing time. Capper Demon not quite so much, but gaping afterwards. This 46 seconds ahead that Nax is at is definitely not safe.
Until we get past that jump. which I believe I heard rumors of it being actually to a degree a little bit of RNG almost.
I mean, it doesn't feel like any execution based thing. It just feels like, I mean, maybe there is, like, if you could do some type of task inputs, you could get it every time, but it doesn't feel like anything that you can really control as a human. Yeah. So you just kind of like hope and pray. Like it's sort of like functionally RNG, even though it might not actually be.
Yeah.
Which is not really what you want in your skips, but it's fast, so we do it. It's a little bit of time lost from the hilt boost that he missed, but not too bad. Oh, that's bad. So he's probably, this isn't the worst thing possible, but it's definitely not good.
Okay, so I guess he didn't get put out in time.
Yeah, he's gonna have to do. He's gonna have to do the normal path to gaping, which probably loses him about 18, maybe 20 seconds. So it's not good, but it's not rip run completely. We'll see what his time is after he kills him, but I'm guessing he's going to be probably like about 10 seconds ahead after this, maybe a little more. We'll see. It's hard to gauge. I know in Prepare to Die edition, depths out of bounds saves about 18 seconds, but you do the segments a little differently in Prepare to Die edition, so we'll see. I am curious to see how much time he's going to lose. Yeah, he's also not going to get RTSR, so he'll probably just run up straight to gaping and shoot him in the face. Because like the gaping takes extra damage on the wobbly little head at the very beginning. So like this is a bit of RNG on whether he's going to get the head slam here. He gets the head slam. Oh, he's not even going to do it. Yeah, okay. That's good enough. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, so he lost a good bit of time, but he's okay. Still on pace for a PB, but he's not gonna go up a spot because of this run.
Yeah.
Although, well, maybe he could. Actually, what's his best possible?
Best possible is 409. So actually could, yes. Could be thrown old coup, but has to be an absolute like baller shot caller to do it, but
baller shot caller.
Sorry. God. Yeah.
Well, I think we should just stay with Nax. I want to see where this goes. But Mintius, say he's on a run past ONS. Looks like he got an ONS gold, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did, yeah. Looking pretty solid. Again, another look around just to kind of give you guys a little update. We've got 6 seconds ahead for Catalyst after Taurus Demon. I know that's not much to be said. I believe an early split came from Olsku because that's not a 10-second gold in Asylum.
Yeah, I don't... That's unlikely.
What a godlike split, dude.
Yeah, what an insane Asylum.
127. We've also got Danflesh, 4 seconds ahead, got a 620 Gargoyles, as you were mentioning earlier, that 620 being a good time to go for. As we just see the Peculiar Doll being picked up by Mintius, which was mentioned earlier. Looks to be another cheeky gold. Hell yeah, let's go. So everyone doing pretty well. Gentov is stream still online, but just currently taking a break.
Oh my gosh, Kata. Kata just gets absolutely massacred in the hallway by every enemy in the whole zone.
So, yeah. Nax dealing with this regular enemy, and will make his way through full controls during that moment.
This is one of my favorite segments personally to speedrun through because the pathing is just really fun.
See, I find that interesting as well because a lot of people will be like, "Oh yeah, the Tomb of the Giants is one of those things. There's just a lot of running. But let's go watch someone else." But then, of course, movement. I guess people tend to not really think about movement as this really, really key thing. I remember, I
love movement in this game. I mean, it's
really important. Yeah,
it's maybe not as interesting to a viewer, but as someone that's doing the run, it's always good movement's always fun to do, and like this kind of parkour is always like I just enjoy doing it.
Yeah, agreed. And it does make a difference, as you were saying. You know, I remember doing runs with people and just being like noticing a difference of like seconds, and it may not seem like a lot, but it's like, yeah, my segment here is about X amount of time faster just because of this movement versus yours, and it's like
yeah, stamina management in Dark Souls also plays a big role in that as well.
Yeah, it's kind of like you can see these short, sharp bursts of stamina, just to ensure they've always got a roll that allows them to keep going afterwards as well, so they don't like roll into like slow ass movement and then they get caught on the way up. And it's like,
but you also want to regenerate in short bursts in this game to eliminate the deceleration as much as possible, because whenever you stop sprinting, you don't immediately go to your lowest speed possible. So you want to do short bursts to stay at as fast as possible of the speed. It's not a big difference, but it does add up. Wow, then you see those like toggles when people start sprinting that also accelerates them to full speed even faster. So that's another like minor movement thing. Nice. He got a 10-second time save off of that Nito segment. It looked like a pretty clean Nito segment.
Yeah, 0.7 off gold. So that's another a nice like extra chunk of time save that Nax has. And I mean, looking forward, he's got another 15 seconds against Ceaseless Discharge, and then he's got a gold Bed of Chaos after Ceaseless. So gonna be hard to go up against that. Interestingly, though, lost 6 seconds to the Gwyn split. I assume he didn't have RTSR.
I think that's probably what happened. Yeah. Like you're gonna lose probably about 3 or 4 seconds on Gwyn if you have to shoot him 3 times instead of 1. But also, like if you don't get the setup on the Black Knight immediately, some people like try to fish for another setup. And then when he doesn't give it to you, you lose even more time, because eventually you just give up and keep running. But honestly, if he doesn't give you the setup immediately for RTSR on Gwyn, you should just keep running, because the 3-shot isn't that bad on Gwyn.
Yeah, I mean, I believe we saw Mintius perform it a little bit earlier, having a little bit of fun with that one as well. But yeah, it was a thing.
Oh, that was very concerning. Oh no!
It looks like you had to redo the Blighttown skip.
Yeah, if you quit out too early before your position gets stored, you have to redo it. So that's probably about 7 seconds of a time loss right there.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna make it harder for him to get into second. But I think if he not second, but to third, I think if he gets through the rest of this run without any major mistakes, he should be able to just barely overtake Old School, maybe. He needs 34 seconds to tie.
Yeah, 30. Oh, it's a tie. 34. Yeah, sorry, 35 to overtake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think if the rest of this run is solid, he should be able to do it.
Minty's getting more golds over there as well. Damn.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's coming back against his summer best.
The Chaos Witch, and a mighty demon.
Oh my!
Hello. Okay, never mind.
Nice jump away. It's very nimble, even though she weighs like probably 1,000 pounds.
Old School getting a 610 gargoyles, which is
nice. That's pretty
tasty.
That's really good. Yeah, 610 is very, very good.
Interesting, we've got like almost a race between Old School and Iron Boy right now. They're like we have Old School just getting off the the elevator.
Dan is trying his best against ONS.
Yeah, he had 9.7 seconds ahead. Nice gold. Looks like Ornstein is still just hanging in there. He's down, yeah. Right? Okay. Has he got Kata starting up a brand new run? The ceaseless discharge will be approached here by Nax as well.
Yeah, unfortunate, because this is like one of Nax's like big remaining time saves that has like very little RNG to it, but he's still gonna lose like 7 seconds versus his versus his gold. He still probably will save some time
Yeah.
versus his PB split. But like this isn't one of those segments you want to lose time on because it's pretty much all under your control. So it's like it's frustrating to lose time here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's looking pretty interesting. But we are about to come to the top of the hour. So I believe, Rigol, you're going to be hanging out for another bit. You're going to be sharing the mic with Ash, who will be joining you. So we're just going to take another quick break. As we see the ceaseless discharge fight get finished. There it is. Rigol, been a pleasure to work with you, sir. Thank you very much.
To meet you, Joey.
It's been very, very fun. Your knowledge is always great to hear and listen to, and I guess gain information from. So, as I said, we're going to take a very, very short break. It's going to be about 3 minutes. So again, stand up, stretch your legs, get some water, look after yourself, do what you need to do, and come back for some more exciting action here at Break the Record Live, sponsored by Kaspersky and Twitch. Don't go anywhere. We will see you soon.